So if you want to buy a Samsung phone this Flipkart BBD or on Amazon Great Indian Festival sale, please watch this full video. As today I will be explaining you which Samsung phones to buy if you really want to buy a Samsung phone and Samsung phone only, and also the Samsung phones you should stay away from, and obviously the expected pricing of these particular devices. Starting right up with the Samsung phones costing under or around 10,000 rupees, do not get them. Yes, under 10,000 rupees phone works and is supposed to work very basic, but Samsung even fails to deliver that. You won't get the same camera or software quality for which people buy a Samsung phone. You will be better off buying a Realme phone or a Motorola device in this particular range, so stay away from the A03 or 6 series or even the upcoming F05 or the last year's or the year before's M14 or F14 or M12 and all of such devices. Then we get to see the Samsung F15, and I can recommend this one, but I think this phone still might be on Amazon because even though the F series is for Flipkart and M for Amazon, the Samsung F15 6/128GB which cost around 15,000 rupees on Flipkart costs around 13,000 rupees on Amazon, and the M15 same device but with different name for Amazon costs the same at 15,000 rupees. But I think the M15 or the F15 6/128GB might cost you around 12 to 13,000 rupees on Flipkart or on Amazon, and for that price it's a decent phone. At least you get a Dimensity processor instead of Exynos. Also it has 90Hz AMOLED display but with a notch and big chunk of bezels, but quality wise it's good. With side mounted fingerprint sensor, but also the camera performs decent for the price. Then almost around the same price you get the Samsung M34, which is also known as F34 on Flipkart, but avoid that as the pricing of that is usually higher than the M34. So yeah, you can expect the M34's price especially on Amazon to get around the same as 12 to 13,000 rupees for a 6/128GB variant, but with an Exynos processor, which is good for casual usage at best. But this one has a better 120Hz AMOLED display, but again with those thick bezels and notch, but the quality is still good, along with a slight better set of cameras. So if you need a 120Hz AMOLED display and good cameras, I think this one will still provide more value as compared to the F or M15. But no Samsung phone comes with a charger, so you have to add another 1 to 2,000 rupees along with the prices of these phones for all of the Samsung devices. But again, to be honest, you have the Realme P1 which might come around 14,000 rupees, and if you can give up a little on the camera quality, this one is just better as compared to the Samsung phones which I just mentioned. Then you might also get to see the A14 or even the A15, but that A series is strictly for offline stores, so the pricing is usually more as compared to the F or M15, even though they are basically the same devices. So don't even think of getting those, just close your eyes and skip this altogether. Then we get to see the Samsung M35, the upgraded brother of the M34, but actually better in all possible ways. If you need good battery life with decent performance, even though it has an Exynos processor, so obviously don't buy it for gaming, but still you can get a decent performance along with a good software and cameras. You can get this one at around 17 to 18,000 rupees. Like I still remember a few days ago on Flipkart I saw it to be around 80,000 rupees. So keep an eye on both of these platforms, and for that price a decent Samsung offering, but again there will be better phones around this price, especially for gaming and heavy tasks. Then around 19 to 20,000 rupees you might get to see the Samsung F55 or the M55, again almost the same phones but with different names. F55 on Amazon and M55 on Flipkart, even though you again might see them on both of the platforms. But this rating speaks for itself. Like these phones are basically good for nothing, to be honest. Maybe the battery and software, but the rest, the cameras, the performance, it all lags behind all of these. So again avoid these phones, be it during the sales or not. Then the famous Samsung S23fe will be available at around 25,000 rupees on this year's BBD sale, or maybe on the Amazon Great Indian Festival sale, as it has a higher chance of getting sale over there. And I know this might sound harsh to a lot of people, but if you love your hard-earned money, then don't even look at this phone. Doesn't matter it's a Snapdragon version or the Exynos, definitely not the Exynos. It performs 99% the same. Yes, this has a good display, good software and good cameras, but also the display brightness will feel less to a lot of people. Software support is basically gonna end after like max to max 2 years, and also the cameras has been downgraded. I mean, yes, for 25,000 rupees it still can give good results, but it's not the same as it used to. But even if you can live with these, the heating and battery life will be enough to make you regret heavily after purchasing this device. So yeah, even at 25,000 rupees, don't get this. If you want good video recording, then you can get the Nothing Phone 2A. It will be an overall better device as compared to the S21fe or something else like that. Then we meet the Samsung A35 and just say tata bye bye to this and skip ahead, as this basically is the same Samsung M35 but at much higher price. As I said, the A in the name is synonymous to more money, less quality. So yeah, skip ahead, don't even bother listening to the sale pricing of this particular device. After that we get to see the Samsung S23fe, and let's just say I 50% love this for its display quality, software and cameras, and also 50% hate this for an average battery life. I mean better than the S21fe overall, but still average. Big bezels and the unstable short-tempered Exynos 2200. I guess after hearing these pros and cons, you are a better judge of whether to buy this or not. Cameras are good obviously, but also it will heat up and lose more battery while recording as compared to other devices in the same range. And this one will be available at around 30,000 rupees on Flipkart BBD sales, and for that price it's a decent option. But obviously again, if you can give up a little on camera quality, then other phones will be offering more better value as compared to this one, like say the Nothing Phone 2 or even the Realme GT60. The Samsung S22 this year player I think will be left behind, as Flipkart will be trying to clear out stocks of the S23fe due to the upcoming S24fe's launch. But that phone will be priced at around 45 to 50,000 rupees, which won't be worth it if that happens. But yeah, this phone has good display, software and cameras too, but again with a short tempered processor, even though it's a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, but still it heats up pretty quick, and also the lower battery mAh doesn't really help it getting even through a day's worth of usage in a single charge. It might be available at around 30 to 32,000 rupees, but just skip this one. And also skip the Samsung A55, again good display and battery life with decent software, but the cameras are not better than the Samsung S23fe. Rather, the S23fe has better set of cameras, and also the processor's performance is only good for uncles at best. And at that price, you can't just live with that performance, especially if you are planning to use this phone for more than a year or two. The expected pricing in the BBD sales will be around 35,000 rupees, and again, I would personally not waste my money on that device. I mean, it's not a bad device, but when you look around and see the dearly beloved Samsung S23 at just around 40,000 rupees or even less than that, wouldn't that make more sense? And I have nothing special to say about the S23. It's already the best Samsung device on my list, and at around 40,000 rupees during the BBD sales, this thing is going to sell like free biryani. Yes, if you don't like compact phones and want a bigger battery, you can get the A55, but if you need the base phone around 40,000 rupees or money can buy, get this one. You won't regret it. I'm not sure about the stock issue for the S23 Plus, but if you see it in stocks and around 50,000 rupees in the BBD sales, grab it, as it not only has good qualities from the S23, plus it has a bigger screen and a bigger battery. So you look around for the stocks of this particular phone not only on Flipkart during the sales but also on Amazon. Around the price of 45,000 rupees, you might also get to see the Samsung Z Flip 3, which is an older flip phone from Samsung, and it might be available on Flipkart BBD for that price, but I would not personally recommend you to buy that one now. Then you also might get to see the Samsung S24, which I think will go on sale on Amazon, as it is already available at around 58,000 rupees. So yeah, you might get to see the Samsung S24 at under 55,000 rupees this BBD or on the Amazon sales. But to be honest, I feel the Samsung S23 still provides a better value, especially considering the 15,000 rupees expected price gap. Like when you see and compare the S24 Exynos version, which is what sold in India, versus the S24 with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 sold on US, you will cry that how better it can perform with the Snapdragon variant as compared to the Exynos one. So I personally wouldn't buy this one, but you know, if you need a little better display or better camera quality with that 7 years of updates, which I still have a doubt about how it will impact on this phone's longevity, but yeah, your money, your choice. Also, the same thing goes for the S24 Plus, which might be available at around 65,000 rupees on Flipkart BBD sales or maybe on the Amazon sales, not sure. But again, almost around the same price of rupees 65 to 70,000 rupees, you might get to see the GOAT Samsung S23 Ultra, and obviously people with right mind will choose that one over the S24 Plus. But I think that deal might be on Amazon, as it wouldn't really make much sense to similarly price these on the same platform. But yeah, look out for this on both of the platforms, and for that price, obviously go for the S23 Ultra. Great phone even still to this day. Then you have the Z Flip 5 or the newest Z Flip 6, and you could get those, especially the Z Flip 5, which would make more sense as it might be available at around 75,000 rupees, but as a luxury device, not like a value for money device, especially at those high prices. Then obviously you will get to see the Samsung S24 Ultra. I mean, if you need the base from Samsung, this is it. You can get this around 90,000 rupees on the Flipkart BBD sales, but I have high doubts with the stocks. Also, I think the S23 Ultra at expected 65 to 70,000 rupees will be a much better deal as compared to this one. But yeah, if you need the base from Samsung, you have the Samsung S24 Ultra. And then the Samsung Z Fold 5 or Z Fold 6 is there, which again I think if you're spending that much amount of money, you don't really care about the deals or prices, as both of them will cost you over a lakh, especially the Samsung Z Fold 6. So yeah, this was my prediction of the Samsung phone's prices and which ones to buy and which ones to avoid. Subscribe for more such videos, and also in a few days the prices will be revealed of some Samsung phones. So yeah, for that too. Until the next one, this was Ridev. See you guys.